But you know what? Clickbaiting has reached a whole new level with this latest article from Electric claiming that tens of thousands of staff at Tesla's factory in Texas are about to be fired because Tesla doesn't have enough demand for the Cybertruck. What? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Now, guys, is Tesla about to fire tens of thousands of staff at its factory in Texas? No. I mean, come on. If that happens, guys, I'll shut down the channel. If Tesla fires tens of thousands of staff over the next month, I'll literally shut down this channel. I will cancel it. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm saying this on video. It's here as a record. If this does happen, I literally will, there will be no more Electric Viking. That's it. I'm going to shut everything down.
This story has brewed since 5 a.m. when I got here. So let's talk about the evolution of that. 10% of the workforce, what does that translate to?
10% of the workforce translates to about 14,000 staff worldwide.
Tesla's down in the pre-market. Electric reporting the EV maker plans to lay off more than 10% of its workforce in wake of falling sales. The tech publication cited a company-wide memo from Elon Musk in which he's quoted as saying the cuts are necessary to prepare Tesla for the next phase of growth. Reuters later matched that headline. One of the lines from the email regarding layoffs from Musk says, "There's nothing I hate more, but needs to be done."
If that happens, guys, I'll shut down the channel. If Tesla fires tens of thousands of staff over the next month, I'll literally shut down this channel. I will cancel it. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm saying this on video. It's here as a record. If this does happen, I literally will, there will be no more Electric Viking. That's it. I'm going to shut everything down. This is just all speculation, but not just all speculation. It's speculation and utter nonsense in combination. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. And you know what? I am excited because I love the new Model 3. I think it looks great. I think it looks way better than the previous model.
And someone said that there's some sort of issue with acceleration. Investors Business Daily just covered the story and they said that it's possibly due to the accelerator pedal. Some people have complained about the accelerator pedal getting stuck. And Omar actually said Tesla has stopped all Cybertruck deliveries for 7 days due to an issue with the accelerator pedal. And no, this is not a joke. Sometimes Omar says things like that, just poking fun at things, but this time, no, he's actually being serious. Tesla has told Cybertruck production workers at the Austin factory that their shifts will be slightly shorter as of Monday. That's according to Business Insider, citing an internal memo. Business Insider is not exactly the most reliable source, but in this case, it's likely to be accurate. We don't know if it's a temporary move from Tesla or if it's a more long-term move due to demand. Writes Investors Business Daily. It's very clear that there is insane demand for Cybertruck. We have just seen
this belief that there is not enough demand for the Cybertruck. Literally, there's more than 2 million pre-orders, so 1.95 million cancellations. This is the first I've heard of this. And does anyone believe this? Does anyone believe that this is a legit story? Well, they do. Here's the thing. If you scroll down to the comments, everyone believes this story is true. Everyone's been suckered in by Electric to believing that tens of thousands of staff at Gigafactory Texas are about to be fired because Tesla have chosen to make the Cybertruck instead of the Model 2.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. It's fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. Like attracts like. Yeah. So if you want to network with a higher level person, you have to make sure you're putting in your time. You're reading, you're studying, you're getting mentored. Because people, especially when you get high level, billionaires, highly successful professional athletes, celebrities, they can tell right away if you're lying or telling the truth. It's almost like a dog that can smell, you know, oh, this is there. And if you're any level of fake, it doesn't mean you have to be perfect.
If that happens, guys, I'll shut down the channel. If Tesla fires tens of thousands of staff over the next month, I'll literally shut down this channel. I will cancel it. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm saying this on video. It's here as a record. If this does happen, I literally will, there will be no more Electric Viking. That's it. I'm going to shut everything down.
Subdivisions, I'm predicting that Tesla stock price in about 15 years will be somewhere around $48,893, which from today's date is roughly 47x where we are today. which is a lot. Which is a lot.
My Tesla stock price target for year end 2024 is $3,000 per share. In 2024, I am expecting the two biggest catalysts to date in the history of Tesla: robo-taxis doing their first fully autonomous fares somewhere on planet Earth, most likely in the US, maybe in China, and the release of the $25,000 Tesla, aka the Tesla Q. Please, if any.
Hi friends, welcome back. So unfortunately, the pumpers are at it again. This is peak pumping, peak delusion. And essentially what's going on is that Tesla's having layoffs, Tesla's slowing down, and the stock is tanking. And the pumpers are trying to tell you, don't believe the news. I've seen this before. I've seen this before on YouTube when these sort of, how can I say, when the bubble pops, either people refuse to believe it or they just choose to live in delusion land. And I try my best just to tell you the truth, even if it's not fun. I get it, guys. It's not fun to hear the truth, but I think it's better to know the truth than to listen to pumper land. This is the unfortunate reality. The stock is down about 6% today. I can see it here, 5.59 on the day and then another 0.4 in the after hours. It's down about 60% from the top. And again, this is when the pumpers are out in full force, trying to tell you not to believe the news. Before we go to the next slide, I just want to say, I mean, you saw it for yourself. That one guy's like, oh, if this layoffs are real, I'm going to cancel my channel. And then, what does he do? He hides that video, make sure you don't see it, etc. It's so ludicrous. And then the Mount Porches guy, which I've showed you guys before, but I just want to show it again. These kind of people who are peak delusion, peak pumpers, they're the ones who hang out with Tai Lopez and learn how to cheat you and learn how to scam you and essentially learn how to fake things so that you still go along with the scam. It is a sad situation, but I get it. That's what the algorithm pumps out, and that's what people want to see, I guess. It is what it is. So, this is the what I try to do in this channel. I literally look at the news every day. I read everything. I check up on it, and then I present it to you, and we talk about it. That's what we do in the community. The difference is if you watch, essentially a lot of social media, they'll just read whatever news and then just try to just make up some con story to get you to believe in the fantasy, get you to believe the dream. So from what I can tell, Tesla execs Drew Baglino and Rohan Patel depart the company, announced this deep layoffs, right? It looks like 10+% have been laid off. It was rumored before that it could be as high as 20%. We don't have the exact number yet, but the layoffs do appear to be real. And I'll show you why. And this is sort of what I do in the channel. I check things to see, does it look real? And this is Drew Baglino, who is one of the, I think he's vice president. He was one of the executives at Tesla that was sort of rumored to, if Elon Musk steps down, or I should say when Elon Musk steps down, this person was next in line to be CEO. So if they're leaving the company, who's going to be CEO after Elon leaves? Who knows, right? The succession sort of progression, no one really knows. And there's a bit of uncertainty right now in Tesla land. This is coming from Drew over on the Twitter/X. He says, I made the difficult decision to move on from Tesla after 18 years yesterday. I am so grateful to have worked with and learned from the countless incredibly talented people at Tesla over the years. I love tackling nearly every problem we solved as a team and feel gratified to have contributed to the mission of accelerating the transition to sustainable energy, a mission that I am passionate about. I will always have a warm spot for the people of Tesla and Tesla products in my heart and wish the team and company the best in the future. When I joined as a junior firmware electrical engineer back in 2006, a future Tesla that produced the world's top-selling vehicle was well beyond my expected set of outcomes. It was a reminder to all of us, set higher expectations, I guess. And he says he's going to spend more time with his kids. Elon Musk 5 hours ago says, thanks for everything you've done for Tesla. Few have contributed as much as you. Also, too, this is what I do. I checked everything. So Rohan Patel says he's leaving, and there is right here on Twitter/X. This is what you want to do when the Tesla pumper channels try to tell you stuff and say, oh, don't believe news, etc. You got to verify things, right? And so, guys, when I show you guys stuff, this is the process that I go to. I checked everything just to see, okay, what's going on here? I don't automatically dismiss things. And as you can see, Rowan, it looks like they'll also be leaving. Rohan Patel says, the past 8 years as Tesla has been filled with every emotion but feeling I have today is utmost gratitude. To our unbelievable customers and fans, I'm inspired by your passion and impact on Tesla and the mission. To Elon Musk for giving me the chance or empowering me to lead big initiatives at the company. To the broader Tesla team, the never say die attitude and scrappiness. This is what makes the place special. To the best policy biz dev team in the business, I'm in awe of all that you have accomplished. So my understanding is this Drew guy and this Rowan guy are really important to the company. So this is a big blow. Not only are you losing 10% plus of your staff that you're laying off, you're also losing a couple of big execs. This person also says, I'm biased, but no group of the people has won as many critical policy fights in the push for sustainable energy and transport and against well-funded vested interests. You are all my lifelong friends, and I'll always have your back. My immigrant parents worked their asses off, and as a result, I'm the luckiest dude. Lucky to have been part of Barack Obama's campaign administration, and truly honored to work at Tesla to positively changing multiple industries. My plans are to recess, monitor my second grade daughter, practice my violin, go to a bunch of bucket list sporting events, and take my very patient wife on some long intended travel. Excited for the future. And what's interesting is the Drew announcement was, I think this is my time, so 11 p.m. April 15th. This was essentially, an hour later, 12 a.m. April 16th, and then 5 hours. 5 hours later, Elon Musk says, "Thanks for everything you've done for Tesla, much appreciated." So both this Rohan Patel and the Drew Baglino announcement is basically at the same time, and Elon Musk basically responds at the same time. So this kind of stuff isn't by chance, right? It's not by chance that you announce these sort of, because I think Drew resigned. I think Rowan, actually, I can check on that, but it doesn't matter. You can check it yourself. I don't want to lose train of thought, but essentially this is all orchestrated, is what I'm trying to say. And kind of the things that I think is sad in sort of the world that we live in is that there are people out there that just make stuff up. I don't know what else to say. And I know it's not as fun to live in reality, and I know it's not as fun to hear the truth. But I want you to think of it this way. Let's say you start dating someone for the first time, and you have this crazy notion that they like you, right? They tell you they want to break up, and then you don't want to believe them. You don't want to believe that it's true that they don't like you, they don't love you, these kind of things. And then you just keep knocking on the door saying, please date me. And they keep saying, I don't want to date you. I don't want to be with you. And, the person who's like, keeps going back over and over again to try to sort of change reality, live in this delusional world. Sadly, I'll just tell you the truth, guys, that kind of person's a loser. And you don't want to be around those kind of people. You want to be around the people who accept the truth, who want to find out the truth and figure it out and move on. Unfortunately, a lot of these Tesla pumper channels, they sort of like feed into this loser mentality of, well, I mean, if the news is bad, then therefore they must be liars. Or if the news is bad, it just must not be true, that kind of stuff. And it's the same situation if, like, again, if you're with a partner, lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, and they tell you they don't want to be with you, and like you refuse to believe it. That's kind of that peak delusion that we're in. And I mean, you saw it for yourself with your own eyes, where the one guy's like, wow, if this turns out to be true, I'll end my channel. And then he hides that video, and then 2 hours later he goes right on back to pumping. And I try to make this stuff to raise awareness of be careful out there. People always ask me, who do you like on YouTube? And I just tell you the truth. Most of these people are frauds and scammers. That's just the reality of it. And they aspire to be people like Tai Lopez. So be careful out there, everyone. And as I always tell you, my goal is to just build a community where we share information with each other and try to get to the truth and live in reality. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. But the unfortunate reality, which is also true, is many people out there prefer to live in delusion, pumper, and fantasy land because it makes them feel good and ultimately live in a clown show. I don't think that's a healthy way to live. And it's also obviously not healthy for your bank account / investments, as Tesla's now down 60% and people continue to live in fantasy land. So I'll keep trying to give you guys the truth as much as I can. And I do appreciate you coming back, and I'll catch you back in the next video.
If that happens, guys, I'll shut down the channel. If Tesla fires tens of thousands of staff over the next month, I'll literally shut down this channel. I will cancel it. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm saying this on video. It's here as a record. If this does happen, I literally there will be no more electric Viking. That's it. I'm going to shut everything down.
This story has brewed since 5 a.m. when I got here. So let's talk about the evolution of that. 10% of the workforce, what does that translate to?
10% of the workforce translates to about 14,000 staff worldwide.